Good afternoon and welcome to the Tri-City Fairgrounds here in Toledo, New Ohio. For this afternoon's game between the New York Haberdashers and the New Ohio Debonairs. At this time, let us introduce the starting lineup of the visiting New York Haberdashers. Batting first, the center fielder, number 11, Versi Moore. Batting second, the first baseman, number 28, Moss Wirtz. Batting third, the right fielder, number 22, Joe Nelly. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 40, Whiny Jagoff. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 23, Trevor Knockmore. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 6, Foulball Duncans. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 16, Stokely Hathaway. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 19, Dip Hurls. And batting ninth, the pitcher, number 32, Beef Nuggets. And let's get those handkerchiefs in the air, New Ohio, for your home side, the New Ohio Debonairs. The second baseman is number 20, Tough Tamba. The first baseman, number 10, Loud Juice Kendrick. The center fielder, number 18, Chud Tater. The shortstop, number 2, Jake Steakhouse. The right fielder, number 30, Carrick Burns. The left fielder, number 15, Ped Wiener. The third baseman, number 5, Blithely Cartwheeling. The catcher, number 31, Hammond Dangle. And taking the mound, the starting pitcher for the New Ohio Debonairs, number 35, Aubrey Bona. Good afternoon, this is Radio WHK. My name is Tiddly Clowners. You're listening to New Ohio Radio and the New Ohio Debonairs. Welcome you here to the Tri-City Fairgrounds here in Toledo of New Ohio. As Aubrey Bona on the mound for the Debonairs today, 6-3, 3.67 ERA. In start number 13 for him, for the Debonairs, facing Versi Moore, the opening batsman for the Haberdashers. That's going to drop just short of Ped Wiener in left field, so it's going to be a leadoff single for Versi Moore, who's batting .384 this season. It is hit number 57 for him, and next up to the plate is Moss Wirtz, batting .460. 10 home runs, 27 runs batted in. He's going to pop it up into the air, gets jammed by Bona. And Blithely Cartwheeling has the catch from the grass in the infield. Joe Nelly is playing right field today, coming in for Stump Phillips, moving Whiny Jagoff, who's on deck, to left field. Bona checks first base to make sure that Versi Moore stays there. Gets it right to Loud Juice Kendrick, and it's a Fancy Dan to end the inning. Red Fancy Dan, brought to you by Fancy Dan Follicle Products. Put more stuff in your quaff with Fancy Dan. On the mound today for the Haberdashers is Beef Nuggets. An acquisition from the Philadelphia Brown Trousers last season. He's 4-4, 339 as he got Turf Tampa to pop up for the first out. Loud Juice Kendrick up to the plate. Kendrick batting .317. Missing a 3-1 count from Nuggets, bit of a scratch of the rectal area. Fills it up with a second strike and will walk Kendrick with one out. Bringing Chud Tater to the plate. Well, Nuggets does not walk too many batsmen. That is only his 5th walk this season. Missing a 2-0 count. Gets Tater to line that one right to left field. Whiny Jagoff gets in front of it, and it is going to move Kendrick to second. So
A single with one out for Tater. Here's Jake Steakhouse. Steakhouse batting 260 with runners in scoring position. Is about the same of his normal average, 267. 9 home runs, 30 RBIs. Batted 298 for the Memphis Mud Pigs. He takes ball 2 for a 2-2 count. Keith Nuggets is about on par from his ERA last season. He had a 3.41 ERA for Philadelphia. 3.39 at the moment, as he will walk Jake Steakhouse. So filling up bases, Herrick Burns. Batting 281, but with runners in scoring position, he's batting 417, but he's going to hit into a Fancy Dan double play to end the inning. Well, that Fancy Dan brought to you by Fancy Dan Falco Products. Put more fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan. You can try their styling salve, sculpting epoxies, crimping powder, and of course hair lubricants. Don't be a Mitchell, be a Fancy Dan. We're through the first inning. There seems to be hope for the batsmanship today, but not without a bit of a fight. Whiny Jagoff is going to smash that one. Oh my goodness. That's going to hit the upper deck of center field, and it's to industry. A home run for Whiny Jagoff gives the Haberdashers a 1-0 lead in this game. That's home run number 13 for Jagoff. And the man hit 8 last season, so that is home run number 21 for him in his career. And right behind him, Trevor Knockmore does not make good contact. That just hugs the first base line. It's an easy pickup for Loud Juice Kendrick. And it's out number 1. Foul ball. Duncans is batting 345 this season. Has slowly found his way into that third base spot. 2-1 count. Let's strike 2 go by. And that's going to be ground 1 up the center to Chud Tater. He's on with a single with 1 out. And it's the shortstop, 7th in the order, Stokely Hathaway, who's batting 248 this season. First pitch is high for ball 1. That is strike 1 in the second pitch. And he gets Hathaway to pop up for out number 2 to pad Wingner. This is Dip Hurls, the catcher, another Memphis Mud Pig. Former teammate of Jake Steakhouse. Mud Pigs are about half of that team got signed to the league contracts after their performance. Outstanding on the whole. Well, Hurls is going to single just past a diving teammate of Jake Steakhouse, and it ends up being Wingner who has to get to the retrieve it. Wingner was also a Memphis Mud Pig as well, I believe. I'll have to remind myself of that. Well, Beef Nuggets, the pitcher. 0-2 counts. That one is high for ball 1, 1 and 2. 2 outs in this case. Ball 2 go by, low and inside. Fouls off that one right down the middle. So it's 2 and 2 still. And gets him swinging, Aubrey Boner, with his first strikeout today to retire the side. So, we're to the bottom of the second. 1-0 in favor of the New York Haberdashers. The home run from Whiny Jagoff, brought to you by Industry Brand. Colognes, perfumes, and fragrances. Because if it smells good, it must be industry, and if it must be industry, it must smell good. Found wherever smells are sold. Ted Wingner, the former Norfolk coal hopper, that's what it was. 5 home runs, 12 RBIs in a batting average of 469 in his nursery league career. He's batting 379 right now. It's fallen off a bit, but he's going to get on with a single that's going to go over the head of Foul Ball Duncans to Whiny Jagoff. And he's on with a single. That is hit number 70 for him this season. Lively cartwheeling, batting 267. Pops it up high into the air. Should be an easy one. Beef Nuggets calling everyone off, and that is out number 1. Hammond Dangle is the backup catcher coming in for Dimples Bugby today. Played in 15 games. We'll foul that one off for 0-2 count. His average is nothing to write home about. Only has 2 hits. Will strike out swinging, so that'll be out number 2. And it's time for the pitcher spot. Aubrey Bona. Again, 4 hits for Aubrey Bona, 1 round batted in. As Beef Nuggets, well, that is foul for 0-2 count. Ball 1 for Beef Nuggets. 107. That is an amazing statistic. And DePearls with the pop-up from Bona. So the pop-up, Bona is caught. And we are through 2, 1-0 in favor of the Haberdashers visiting side. Both sides start the third at the top of their batting order. Bercy Moore facing a 2-1 count of Aubrey Bona. Right to Steakhouse, and the throw is in the dirt, but good fielding by Kendrick to retrieve it for out number 1. Brings us to Moss Wirtz. Takes ball 2, 2-1 the count. It's 3-1. Strike 2 down the middle, so very patient is Moss Wirtz. Swings at that one, gets right into... Oh, Kendrick puts his body in the way, but cannot get back to it in time to throw it to Bona, and it is a single for Moss Wirtz. That's his 65th hit of the season. He makes way for Joe Nelly, hit into the double play in the first, facing an 0-2 count. Two and 2 the count. Fouls it off again. And gets him looking, so that is out number 2 and strikeout number 2 for Aubrey Bona today. Pliny Jagoff hit the home run in his last at-bat in the start of the second. Cartwheeling throw is in time to Kendrick, and that will retire the side. So we head to the bottom of the third, with the top of the Debonairs batting order to get things going with Turf Tamba. Tamba's batting 355. He's going to go 0 for 2 today as he grounds it right to foul ball Duncans. Makes the throw to Moss Wirtz for out number 1. Beef Nuggets has been really coming alive. Just a great pickup from Philadelphia. 8-1 record last season. Opposing batting average is 253. He's going to get strikeout number 40 of Loud Juice Kendrick. And that's 2 outs. Second strikeout today. Chud Tater had a single in the first. Low but inside the strike zone for 1 and 2. That's foul, so a 1 and 2 count. It's hit right up the middle, so that's going to keep the inning alive for the Debonairs, getting a runner on. A single for Tater. He's 2 for 2 today, and brings up Jake Steakhouse, who walked in the first. Beef Nuggets is holding his opponents to 266 batting average. Last year that was 253. Throws on average 9 pitches per innings. That is very, very economical. He can go very late into games. His Number of innings pitched. He's pitched just under 80 innings this season prior to today. In 12 starts, that puts him at about 7 and change per game. So expects to go long, and this one gets it popping up to Trevor Knockmore to retire the side. So we're through 3. And speaking of, Trevor Knockmore takes the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. Facing Aubrey Bono, who has remarkably improved himself. He's 6 and 3 so far this season, 3 and 5 last year in the shortened 42-game season. His ERA last year was 4.22. He's got a 3.67 ERA now. As he gets Knockmore to pop up, he goes into foul territory if my eyes did not deceive me. And this brings us to Balbal Duncans, who had a single in the second. Was ultimately stranded as the whiny Jagoff home run is the difference maker in this one. 1-0 Haberdashers in favor of in the lead of this game. That'll be a ground out for Duncans, bringing up Stokely Hathaway to the plate. I believe, look at this statistic to make sure I'm not getting this mixed up. I recall, I believe the New York Haberdashers were the team that kind of had the Debonairs number this season. I want to just double check that. It's going to be Ped Wingner getting the third out of the game. Stokely Hathaway popping it up for a 1-2-3 inning for Aubrey Bono. Well, Beef Nuggets faces it again. The New York Haberdashers, well, prior to this series, went 4-2 against the New Ohio Debonairs. They are currently 4-3 against them as the Debonairs get the first win of the series. The most recent game, of course, was 2 nights ago, 7-5, the final score for the Debonairs, as that was Kerrick Burns striking out. The third strikeout for Beef Nuggets today. Bottom of the fourth, he's at 58 pitches. Wingner is fouled twice. That's going to be lining it up the center. Ground ball right to Whiny Jagoff. He's on with his second hit today. Another single for Ped Wingner, who has not been hitting home runs like he has in the beginning of the season, but still quite a fear-inducing specimen. What a pickup he is for the New Ohio Debonairs. Bradley Carpenter is going to get on with a single. That's going to be right over the head of Trevor Knockmore and falls to Joe Nelly in right field. The runners at first and second with 1 out. Here is Hammond Dangle. Struck out his first at-bat in the second. Nuggets get some swinging on that one. 0-2 the count. Pops it up. Looks like it will, leave the field of play for an 0-2 count still. Hits it high. It should be an easy one for Versi Moore, who's following off the fielder and gets the catch. That will get Ped Wingner to tag up and be at third, 90 feet away from the tying run of this game. Aubrey Bono with 2 outs. Anything leaving the infield would send home Wingner, so that is a good strategy by the base running from the Debonairs. Big swing from Bono. Nuggets checks to make sure that Cartwheeling stays at first. Strike 2 goes by. 1-2 the count. Gets him swinging, and that will strand the 2 runners and keep this a 1-0 game. After 4 innings, top of the 5th, Aubrey Bono takes the mound again. Got the bottom of the order for the Dashers. The Haberdashers, Dip Hurls, followed by Beef Nuggets, and then back to the top from Versi Moore. Dip Hurls had a single in the second. Will be 2 for 2. That a line shot all the way to the warning track and hit the wall. That's going to be an extra base hit for Dip Hurls. That's a double for him. That's only his 4th double this season. Now head to Beef Nuggets, who struck out in his first at bat in the second inning. Takes strike 2, 0-2 the count. Lays down a bunt to bring... Oh my goodness, well it's an error. Kendrick was not there in time. And the Dashers will now score another run. Well, it was all calamitous on that one. Beef Nuggets lays down a bunt to move. It throws to third base. The throw was misfielded by Loud Juice Kendrick. It will be an error, and Beef Nuggets will reach on an error, and Debonairs will score on that same error. So 2-0. In all that chaos, Versimore did fly out for out number 1 of this game. Moss Wirtz is facing a 3-0 count, and well, the Aubrey Bona has to keep his composure. 3-1. That was a strike. Watched it go by, and he's going to walk Moss Wirtz. That now puts runners on first and second with 1 out for Joe Nelly, who's over 2 today. Aubrey Bona needs to keep his composure intact. 1 and 2 counts, so looking very sharp so far. Pitch number 80 is a foul ball. It just takes a late curve and lands in the outfield. Pitch number 81 is high for ball 1. Swings, and that's going to be a line shot. And that will now bring home... Well, it will. In fact, Hammond Dangle could not hold on to that throw. I think the throw was in time, but Hammond Dangle did not get it in time. And that gets Bona out of this game. In comes Darby Gigglewater. Well, it is coming unraveled for the Debonairs. That is a wild pitch, and that is going to keep the runners at first and second. That is Joe Nelly at first, Moss Wirtz at second. One Jagoff will pop it up into foul territory. Hammond Dangle gets the catch, and so with 2 outs, top of the 5th, it's 3-0 in favor of the New York Haberdashers. With Trevor Knockmore at the plate. Joe Nelly, that was RBI number 3 for him this season. Fills up the count of Trevor Knockmore and Darby Gigglewater. The 1-1, he's going to walk Knockmore, so that will load the bases for foul ball Duncans, and it's really starting to come apart at the seams for the Debonairs in this game. Aubrey Bona coming out early in this game. That's a broken bat into a diving Gigglewater. He's going to get the throw, not in time. It's an RBI single for foul ball Duncans. That's his 20th RBI of the season. It's 4-0 with 2 outs, and Stokely Hathaway at the plate. Pops it up high into the air, but it doesn't have the distance. It does not. Calling everyone off is Chud Teta, gets the catch, and a 3-run inning, including 1 run scored on an error, and Aubrey Bona coming out of this baseball game gives the Haberdashers a 4-0 lead. With Turf Tamber rounding it out, going 0 for 3 today. Here's Loud Juice Kendrick for 0 for 1 with a walk. Beef Nuggets still going very strong in this one. 4 strikeouts today for Nuggets. Gets him swinging, make that number 5. That is Loud Juice Kendrick striking out for the second time today. And with 2 outs, it's Chud Teta, who's hit a single at both of his at-bats. Hitting .303 today, this season. 56 hits, 17 home runs, 43 RBIs. I think he's the leading home run hitter for the Debonairs after Pat Wingner has kind of cooled off a bit. He's going to walk, so that would be a fortunate turn of events for the Debonairs. Tater on first. Steakhouse walked in the first. He's 0 for 1 otherwise. He's going to swing for strike 3 and out number 3. That is the 6th strikeout for Beef Nuggets. 44 this season. He's hit 6 of them today. He's batted 6 of them today. And Dip Hurls gets things started here in the top of the 6th. Facing Darby Gigawatt. That's going to be a leadoff single. Ground ball up the middle for Dip Hurls, who's 3 for 3 today. 2 singles and a double for Hurls. And Beef Nuggets takes the plate, so Beef Nuggets will not come out of this game into the bottom of the 6th. It is the plan of the Haberdashers at least, but I think the Debonairs would like to get him out of that game with their batsmanship. Going to lay down a bunt, so that's going to move. That's going to sacrifice, moving Hurls to second. And bring us to the top of the order with 1 out. It's Vesey Moore. Got a single. And that's going to be a leaping catch from Blythe, cartwheeling to get him out. I say that catch is worth a salt, which is why it's brought to you by Salt. We do a seasoning that you can find anywhere and you can try on anything. Find it in your grocery or your delicatessen. Just look for the label with the deer on it. Follow the deer and you'll find salt. Moss Wirtz will pop it up to Pat Wingner to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Still 4-0 in favor of the New York Haberdashers taking on the New Ohio Debonairs. The Dashers are 8 games out of first place. The first place team before being the New Ohio Debonairs, 32-17. The Dashers are 24-25, trying to get back to 500. Kendrick Burns pops up for out number 1, and this is Pat Wingner already with here in the bottom of the 6th. Beef Nuggets is through 5 1/3. Only allowed 5 hits today, 6 strikeouts, and he's going to walk Pat Wingner, who's 2 for 2 today, so that's not the... I suppose if you're Beef Nuggets, not the worst person in the world to walk, and that's going to be it for him. So here comes Wash Muscles, and I must say, statistically speaking, this is where I think the Debonairs can potentially find themselves back into this game. The bullpen of the New York Haberdashers has not been what it has been, but it will be Blythe cartwheeling popping up for out number 2. Joe Nelly in right field. Hammond Dangle. I'm surprised that Beef Nuggets is out of this game so quickly, but currently the Dashers have this game in control as Dangle will pop it up into foul territory. We head to the top of the 7th. Joe Nelly with Quiney Jagoff on deck, so the real meat of the batsmanship of the Haberdashers is really up to plate at this point for Darby Gigawatt. I mean, I guess both teams have gotten what they wanted. They've gotten the difficult starting pitchers out of these games. Aubrey Boner, of course, came out for Darby Gigawatt, who's going to get Joe Nelly striking out looking. So Quiney Jagoff, after the home run, has been quiet. Gonna hit it right to Blythe, the cartwheeling. Should be an easy throw to Kendrick for out number 2. And Trevor Knockmore is up. He's only had the 1 walk today. Three and 0 count. He's going to pop that high up into the air. And chasing it down, looks like it's Turf Tamba. Gets the catch in foul territory for a 1-2-3 inning. Well, Gigawatt is first to bat, but I imagine that might not be the case. Yes, it will be Harry Tarcake coming in as a pinch hitter. Tarcake batting 235. Not made too many appearances. He only has 4 hits this season. He's only played in 11 games. Fouls it off for a 2-2 count. Going to be off the glove of Wash Muscles, but Mossworth is there to retrieve it. And that's out number 1. So Tarcake will probably make way for either, I believe, Shirley Burley or Port Cano. That's going to get right past the sliding Versi Moore, and that's going to be an extra base hit. And it looks like Teftamba's going to try to reach third. And he's on with a triple with 1 out. Tamba hits his first triple of the season. Oh, goodness me. Low for ball 2. And with 1 out, runner on third. Wash Muscles. The line shot, that's going to score the 1 run. Joe Nelly retrieves that, and that will be an RBI single for Loud Juice Kendrick. Kendrick's 22nd RBI of the season, and the Debonairs are on the board here in the bottom of the 7th. It's 4-1. With 1 out, it's Chud Tata, 2 for 2, and a walk today. Takes that ball high for 2-1. 3-1. He did walk in his last at-bat. That is right down the middle. And he will walk Chud Tata, so Chud Tata will walk for the 2nd time today. Putting runners on 1st and 2nd. The tying run is now at the plate. It's Jake Steakhouse. Broken bat right to Wash Muscles. Gets the out at 1st. Does move the runners to 2nd and 3rd, but with 2 outs, here's Carrick Burns, who's over 3 today. Of Joe Nelly, so the Dashers will strand a few. And, well, that will keep the game at 4-1. Here in the top of the 8th, foul ball Duncans. And we'll see who he will face. It'll be Pork Cano. First pitch is a strike. 1-1 the count. That is strike 2 down the middle, facing foul ball Duncans, who's got 2 hits today, and he will strike out looking. He was looking. I looked down at the moment, but I knew it was a strikeout, so that is going to be the first strikeout for Pork Cano. He's only made appearances in 11 games, pitched 14 in the 3rd innings. Only has 4 strikeouts from there, an ERA of 4.40, a whip of 1.61, and he's got a 2-1 record with 2 saves. So he's come in as a utility reliever. And he gets Hathaway swinging at that one. So 2 strikeouts from 2 at-bats for Pork Cano facing Zip Hurls. Pops it up. It should be an easy one for Tough Tamba. This will be a 1-2-3 inning. For an outstanding reliever, Pork Cano coming in and doing what he needs to do to keep the Debonairs alive and in this game. Ped Wingner will get us started here in the bottom of the 8th. Facing Wash Muscles, 2-0 the count to start things off. Wingner, 2 for 2 with a walk today. And he will walk to start things off. So a lead-off walk for the Debonairs, putting Blithely cartwheeling at the plate. He's 1 for 3 today with a single in the bottom of the 4th. Make that another hit. That's going to be right to Versi Moore, and that's going to put runners on 1st and 2nd. So the tying run comes to the plate yet again. It's Hammond Dangle, who's 0 for 3 today, will come out for Dollop O'Daisy. So Dolapo Daisy, backup first baseman. Batting 278 this season, 22 hits, 3 runs batted in. Only played in 27 games, 79 at-bats. We'll pop it up into foul territory. Should be an easy catch for foul ball. Duncans makes the grab. And Pork Pinot will come out for Dimples Bugby. So that looks like that means they will be putting, and that'll be Ezemiah Denov coming in, with Duncans coming out for Boob Jenna. So there's a lot of movement coming out. Ezemiah Denov, the chosen reliever for the Haberdashers. One and one count, and that is a wild pitch. That's going to move the runners to second and third. Gets him swinging at strike 2. Dimples Bugby batting 163. Is that going to drop? That is going to score not just 1, but 2 runs, and that is going to be an RBI, a 2 RBI double for Dimples Bugby. It's a 1-run game here in the bottom of the 8th with Turf Tamba to the plate. Ezemiah Denov, an ERA of 5.52, 1 and 2 count. Gets him striking out looking. So Tough Tamba. That is another strikeout. He's 1 for 5 today. Like Quincy Longpants will be coming in as a pinch runner for Dimples Bugby. That's an interesting sort of decision there, and he's going to get now Juice Kendrick to ground out to end the inning. So Shirley Bo Burley will come in. And starting things off is, well, I was going to say that was Denov, I believe. Flying that one out. That was almost a dangerous first one. Versi Moore with 1 out. Haberdashers have a 4-3 lead. Ball 3 in the dirt again. And a strikeout. Strikeout number 2. I think that was Boob Jenna actually coming in with the first at-bat. So with 2 outs, Shirley Bo Burley faces Moss Wirtz, who's 1 for 3 today. Bo Burley has an ERA of 6.30, 30 innings pitched, and will walk Moss Wirtz. So with a runner on, Joe Nelly has been 1 for 4 today. He has an RBI single. Big swing, and that will be a wild pitch. So that will move Moss Wirtz to second base. That is a strike. Hugs the inside corner of the strike zone. Gets Nelly jammed. That's going to pop up into Ped Wingnut. And that will do it for the Haberdashers. Earning the 1. The Debonairs are now down by a single run here in the bottom of the 9th. Chud Tater will start things off as Doug Lumps, and Hubie Goozle will come in into right field and center field. Ezemiah Denov stays on the mound. Tata takes strike 2. Looking on deck is Jake Steakhouse, 2-2 the count, and then followed by Kerrick Burns. And gets strikeout. Looking, gets Chud Tata. With Jake Steakhouse 0 for 3 today with a walk. strike one. Denove looks like he is ready for this one. 1-1 the count. That was low. Almost gets him swinging, but checks his swing for ball two. That is foul. 2-2 the count for Jake Steakhouse. He's making contact now. Swing! And that's going to be a strikeout again. So Denove, 2 strikeouts here in the bottom of the ninth. And the final out of this game could potentially be Herrick Burns, who's over 4 today. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Outside again for ball 2. Let's strike 1 go down the middle. Ball 3 is high. And Herrick Burns will walk, which brings us to Ped Wingner, who has reached base every time he's been at bat today. 2 walks, 2 singles, and the tying run on first. Well, this is about as difficult of an out as you can get. He's going to hit it right to Stokely Hathaway. Throw in time, and that will do it. The comeback is going to fall short, and the New York Haberdashers take a win from the New Ohio Debonairs. And they break a big losing streak. And the final score, the New York Haberdashers, 4 runs from 9 hits. The New Ohio Debonairs, 3 runs from 9 hits with 1 error. That will improve the New York Haberdashers to 25-25, and even 500. The Debonairs drop to 32-18. And that puts the Haberdashers only 7 games now from out of first place. The Debonairs, well, they will drop a game in this one, as Philadelphia is breathing down their necks. I believe that now puts Philadelphia 2 games back from the New Ohio Debonairs. The winning pitcher in this one is Beef Nuggets, who improves to, I believe, 5-4 up. Aubrey Bona will drop to 6-4 after this, and Ezemiah Denove gets the save. That is save number 4 for Ezemiah Denove this season. And we thank our friends at the Honeywheat Tobacco Company for bringing us the finest standards of the day. The Honeywheat Tobacco Company bring you hand-rolled cigarettes grown from the fabled tobacco roads of the Carolinas. The third finest dandy of the day is Ped Wingner, going 2 for 3 today. Dimples Bugby, coming off the bench, is the second finest dandy, going 1 for 1 with a 2 RBI double, giving the Debonairs that glimmer of hope. But Beef Nuggets will get the finest dandy of the day, as I do believe that is very much earned. It's a complimentary carton of Honeywheat cigarettes for going 5 1/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, no runs earned, and 6 strikeouts on the season. That is the finest dandy of the day, Beef Nuggets, brought to you by the Honeywheat Tobacco Company, who humbly request that you smoke wheat every day. Well, that will do it for our broadcast today. The series will conclude tomorrow, as on the mound for the Haberdashers will be Rasmus Auctions, taking on Catfish Hunter for the New Ohio Debonairs. That will be the pitching matchup tomorrow. Should be a good one as well. Both pitchers have ERAs under 4. Catfish Hunter 4-2 with a 3.00 ERA. Rasmus Auctions 5-4 with a 3.80 ERA. These New York Haberdasher pitchers are fantastic, and that's why I think they always tend to give the Debonairs a very good series, a very good game. I believe this makes the series, I believe New York have taken 5 out of the 8 games from the Debonairs this season so far, and of course game number 9 of those 12 is tomorrow. So we hope to have you listen to us once again here on Radio WHK. Again, my name is Tiddly Clowners. This has been New Ohio Debonairs Radio. We will join you again tomorrow. The music will continue here on the premier radio station of the entire state of New Ohio. I bid you a good rest of the day. May your days be dapper and your evenings elegant.